Todita la noche anduve rondando tu jacalito a ver si te podía ver por algún agujerito. Ay, la, 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 ay, la, 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 la. Todita la noche anduve rondando tu jacalito. Ay, la, 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 ay, la, 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 la. A ver si te podía ver por algún agujerito. Lucero de la mañana, préstame tu claridad para seguirle los pasos a esa joven que hoy se va. Lucero de la mañana, préstame tu claridad para seguirle los pasos a esa joven que hoy se va. Ay, la, 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 ay, la, 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 la. Lucero de la mañana, préstame tu claridad. Ay, la, 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 ay, la, 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 la. Para seguirle los pasos a esa joven que hoy se va. Ay, ay, ay. Camino Real de Colima, dicen que yo no lo sé. Camino Real de Colima, dicen que yo no lo sé. ¿Cómo no lo he de saber si en el camino me crié? ¿Cómo no lo he de saber si en el camino me crié? Camino Real de Colima. Camino Real de Colima, no me quisiera acordar. Camino Real de Colima, no me quisiera acordar los trabajos que pasé en ese camino real. Los trabajos que pasé en ese camino real. Camino Real de Colima. Tomo la pluma en la mano para escribir y firmar. Tomo la pluma en la mano para escribir y firmar los trabajos que pasé en ese camino real. Los trabajos que pasé en ese camino real. Tomo la pluma en la mano.
Las breves de noticias.
Hola and welcome to the Mexican News Network. I'm Ann Capizzoli and here are the top stories for today. Jose Luis Abarca, the mayor of Iguala, and his wife have gone into hiding and become fugitives. Mexico's top prosecutor says that the couple ordered an attack on 43 students who have been missing for nearly 2 months. We'll now go to Nadia Hilmi, who reports on the protesters that have torched the town hall after the missing students.
Protesters break into a town hall building in Iguala. angry over the fate of 43 students who went missing last month. Mexican authorities suspect that the mayor and his wife are behind the disappearances and have ordered their arrest. Investigators say Maria de los Angeles Pineda has links with the notorious gang, and the couple have gone into hiding. Thousands of protesters have been demanding justice and for the teachers in training to be found. So far, 52 people have been arrested, including dozens of police suspected to be working with the gang. The case has sent shockwaves across Mexico and undermined President Enrique Peña Nieto's claims that Mexico is getting safer under his watch.
In other news, on October 21st, Juan Francisco, believed to be the leader of a major drug trafficking gang, was arrested while shopping in Texas on charges of conspiring to traffic cocaine and marijuana into the United States. I'm told that we have a clip that we are about to go to.
Drugs, you know.
It's a good shipment from La Tolteca.
Oh, yeah. Wait, we got some dineros for you. Sniff? Oh, you said.
Hey! Hey! No!
No drugs! Drugs are bad!
Get down on the ground! Mexican police! Down!
Let's talk about something else.
You can't shoot them.
I'm Hannah Keo. And I'm Ann Capizzoli, and we're the social analysts on the Mexican News Network. According to the WHO, females comprise 51.3% of the Mexican population. Watch out, men, we're coming for you. Even though women have a majority in the population, there are still differences in pay. Female teachers make 91.2% of the salary of male teachers.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to a more serious topic, which is poverty, and it's a major social issue in Mexico. Currently, 53.3 million people fall under the poverty line. There are two types of poverty, extreme and moderate. 61% of the rural population live in extreme poverty, which means they are exposed to lack of good shelter and security and adequate drainage. They also don't have access to electricity.
This is the road to Juan's house. There is no playground or green grass. There is nothing but trash, because the road to Juan's house leads to a garbage dump. Juan Bocanegra has known the Tutilan garbage dump all his life. He was born here, as were his brothers and sisters. His parents make their living picking garbage. Like others who struggle with poverty in Mexico, they have no formal training or education and no skills to get a job. So each day, they search through recyclables. For 12 hours a day, these people bake in the hot sun, picking through garbage. They look for anything to salvage so that they can feed their families. So even the children have to work alongside their parents. Amidst the trash, this young girl finds some tortillas. Her family is so poor that the tortillas will become part of tonight's dinner. What was food for the dogs and flies is now food for the families. While his mother and father toil in the dump, Juan and his brothers and sisters must fend for themselves. Juan's house is a stark reminder of the poverty in Mexico. It's a flimsy shack made from the very garbage that they scavenge through each day. Inside, hundreds of flies crawl around the family's food that was scavenged through the garbage the day before. The children eat it, however, knowing that it may be the only meal that they may get in days.
The education system in Mexico in the past has seen low enrollment as well as low student achievement, although recent decades have seen increasing enrollment growth.
As far as location, as we already know, the northern areas tend to be a little bit more developed than the rural areas, and urban areas tend to be overpopulated. There are currently 20 million people living in Mexico City, and rural regions in Mexico comprise more than 80% of the land and house around 37 million people, which is 36% of the population.
Hello, welcome to the political section of the Mexican News. Today, I have a member of the Chamber of Deputies with me, and she has been gracious enough to answer a few questions. Overall, how do you think your government has been running in the past few years?
I think we've been doing a pretty great job. I have some stats. Trade freedoms are up to 85.6 for open markets, and Mexico's economic freedom score is 66.8.
Very nice. You guys have really made an impact.
Thank you.
What is the PRI all about? Since that is your party, correct?
Yes. Some of the major beliefs of the PRI over the decades have been to organize the electorate to vote for its candidates, distribute jobs and resources in return for loyalty in the system, and generate support for the government.
Very nice. So you're all about helping the people and
Yes.
really boosting the Mexican economy.
Yes.
Very nice. Who does the PRI really target? How did you get your base?
Some of the main groups that the PRI has support from are cities, large towns, youth, uneducated, older citizens, poor citizens, and rural areas.
So you really just kind of sweep up all people that don't have a voice.
Yes.
That's a very nice thing. What are the other major political parties in Mexico?
The two other parties that have challenged the PRI over the years are the National Action Party and the Party of the Democratic Revolution.
Do you think they'll continue to be a problem, competing with the PRI?
I certainly hope not.
Okay. And that's all for today. Thank you.
Mexico entertainment news. Today we will be talking about the hot topic, Enrique Iglesias.
And Shakira started a new dance studio with kids in Mexico.
Nothing will help the poor like dance lessons.
Hola, buenos dias. Today we caught up with Sofia Vergara in Mexico City. Here she comes.
Hola.
Hola, Sofia. So tell us about your love life.
Well, it all started with Juan, and Miguel, and Juan, and Felipe, and Juan, and Juan.
And who's your favorite one?
The first one. We were about to be engaged to be married. So tragic. He, there's a fire. And it was just, I don't like talking about it. It's really upsetting. I'm sorry.
Clearly, she is very upset with this tragedy. But we will say she got over it because she's now married to Juan number 5 and on her honeymoon here in this beautiful Mexico City.
Welcome to my dance studio. Don't do what she does. Let's go out and teach poor children how to dance.
Oh, I didn't see you
Hello,
there.
you poor child. Would you like to know how to dance?
See.
So, you bend over
Oh.
and jump hop your butt. Poor child, come on. Jump hop your butt. Shake it side to side. Now shake it up and down. No! That is not what we're doing here. No, stop. No, stop. Bend and pop in the middle. Bend. Come on, pop it. Pop it in. Pop it. In and out. In and out. No, stop. Stop. Okay, simpler move. Ready? Okay. We're gonna move it down. Then we're gonna move it. We're gonna move it up. And now, no. You're so awkward.
I'm sorry, I'm poor.
Do you not have parents?
No.
Oh, well, that would be why. Do you need food, honey?
Yes.
That's your problem. Yes. You need some protein.
Yes.
You need to get a bigger butt. Okay. We're gonna introduce her to some Doritos. Let's go. Let's go. I've got some food for you. Come on, darling. Here you go. Nourishment. It'll make it easier to dance. This is Sarah Davis.
And this is Jill Carter, and we're the Mexican News Network.
So Jill, let's talk about economy. So as we know, the current president is Enrique
Peña Nieto.
And in his campaign, he promised to increase Mexico's growth potential, but the country's strong recovery from 2008 to 2009 global financial crisis hit the skids.
Oh yeah, it stopped due to 2013 sluggish sales to the U.S. Some economists pointed to drug-related crime as taking a toll on investment. Notably, tourism was one of their biggest financial incomes.
Unfortunately, last year Mexico fell out of the top 10 for global tourist destinations. So kids, where would you like to go to vacation this year?
Norway.
Canada.
Venezuela.
Hawaii.
Ooh, Hawaii. Ooh, China?
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
I like that one.
Russia?
It's an option.
What about Mexico?
Let's go to North Korea.
Yay!
Foreign direct investment plummeted from 12.7 billion to the average around 23 billion.
On the bright side, two-way merchandise trade reached nearly $507 billion in 2013. Mexico now has trade agreements with over 50 countries, including Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, the European Free Trade Area, and Japan.
Doesn't that put 90% of trade under free trade agreements?
Why, yes it does, Jill. And it creates vulnerability.
Compared to the U.S., per capita income is around 1/3 that of the U.S.
This creates highly unequal income distribution. Since joining NAFTA in 1994, Mexico's U.S. imports have increased from 7% to 12%, and with Canada, it has doubled to about 5.5%.
And that's our economy.
Of today.
Las breves de noticias.
Hello, and welcome to Mexican News Network. Here are today's top stories. Mexico's cement plant, CEMEX, is to lower its financing costs by up to $165 million with a new plan. Sarah Davis reports.
This just in from our reporter Natalie Corson, who talked to CEMEX's chief financial officer earlier this morning. Mexican cement maker CEMEX said it will lower its annual financing costs by up to $165 million following the adoption of a new refinancing plan. The plan will also allow the firm to raise to $1 billion its annual investment limit, which was previously set at $800 million. Jose Antonio Gonzalez told Natalie, "We are getting closer to the 160 to 166 million in annual savings." Gonzalez also said CEMEX will continue looking to refinance debt that expires in 2015 and expects the conversion of 2016 bonds to shares will further lower its debt. The company said earlier it had inked a new credit agreement with 9 banks worth $1.35 billion, the proceeds of which will be used to refinance debt. Well, I hope they're successful in their adventure.
In other news, months after the Mexican army said that it had killed 22 suspected gang members in a fierce shootout, 3 soldiers have been charged with homicide. Ann Capizzoli reports on the story.
3 soldiers were charged in the killing of 22 civilians. Months after the Mexican army said it killed 22 suspected gang members in a fierce shootout, 3 soldiers are being charged with homicide. A witness said most of the deaths happened after the suspects had surrendered following an initial firefight in which 1 person died. The UN urged for investigation as possible summary executions as soon as possible. The military initially said that a prolonged confrontation occurred when a patrol unit came under fire in the town of San Pedro Limon, an area in Mexico State known to be dominated by drug cartels. The witness said the 21 had given up and walked out of the warehouse, and the soldiers let them back inside and killed them. Review of the warehouse days after the shooting revealed bullet holes and blood stains indicating some were shot near or against walls at close range. Attorney General Jesus Murillo Carranza did not explain why this finding contradicted those of Mexican state prosecutors, who said in a July 15 statement that their investigation had found an equal exchange of fire and no evidence at all of any possible execution.
Next up, Jill Carter reports on why Mexican's Conservative Party leader, Gustavo Madero, stands down temporarily from his position.
We just got news today that Gustavo Madero, head of the National Action Party, is temporarily stepping aside from his position as president. Madero has been contemplating whether him and his party should have agreed with the President Nieto's reform plan for the economy. The president of the PAN, that will temporarily take Madero's place, is Ricardo Anaya. Madero can still become president again of the PAN next year, depending on how the rest of this year goes. He may become a candidate for the presidency in 2018 as well. Have a great day.
And finally, McKenna Common reports on Solar Wind Energy Tower Incorporated's new plan to start a project in Mexico.
Hello, and for our breaking news in the business world, we have Solar Wind Energy Tower Incorporated looking to create a second project site in Mexico. Ron Pickett, the CEO, is on record saying, following a number of trips to Mexico to understand the status of recent energy developments following the Mexican government and Comisión Federal de Electricidad, it is clear that there is significant and immediate opportunity for development in this region. Since making this statement, the company has also gone on record saying that they are willing to aggressively pursue a potential second tower site in Mexico. The company has since signed with a private owner for 1,250 acres in San Luis Rio Colorado, Sonora. For the company itself, Solar Wind Energy Tower Incorporated, its core objective and focus is to become a leading enabler of clean, efficient, renewable, and affordable energy to communities around the world. They are looking to reduce the destructive use of fossil fuels and how that hurts our economy and our environment. This is McKenna Coleman signing off.
I don't know how this works. What is going on? I don't know how this works. What is going on? I don't know how this works. What is going on?
Today we stand in Mexico City, where we are going to meet Sofia Regarda for the second time today. It's the first time. My numbers got jumbled.
There you go.
Hello, welcome to the political section of the Mexican News. Today with me I have a member of the political government.
Everyone be quiet. Wait. But you have to remember
Okay,
3 seconds after. Do I just press this?
Yeah. No. Are you recording?
Yeah.
Are you guys recording?
No.
Okay.
Hold on.
I am. This is Sarah Davis.
This is Jill Carter.
Start that. I wasn't really ready for that. And this is Jill Carter. So Jill, let's talk about economy. Keep going. Really? Really? Sorry.
Wait, I
So
stopped
ask me
it.
that-
Hold
oh,
on.
okay.